Good morning and welcome to Spartan Spotlight, where we bring you all things regarding AU athletics. I'm Dr. Matt Neller. This is a sort of special episode of Spartan Spotlight where we're going to talk with the sports team from AU Spartan Media and kind of wrap up the term and the season and kind of talk about what some of their favorite parts of covering AU athletics was for this term. So with me today I have the sports editor, Robert Zaglinski, the sports graphics and photo director, right, producer, right, sports graphics and photo producer, Chloe Madison, and our TV director, AJ Fabris. So why don't we start? I'm just going to have each of you tell me a little bit about, maybe pick something from the term that you thought was a really enjoyable part of kind of covering sports. And then we can kind of get a rundown of what you've been doing so far. Maybe we'll start with Robert.
I think the show where everything sort of went wrong, but we came together with it was a volleyball broadcast. Sort of, we didn't have you, so we didn't have a resource to bounce anything off of. But we sort of, I didn't upload it and we didn't use it anyway. But we sort of came together to put the show together. And I think that was like our first reality check moment. So I really appreciated how we sort of tried to get it all there.
Okay.
We tried our best. I think definitely my favorite part was just like over the semester seeing how much we progressed from the first episode, like freaking out, not knowing how to do anything. And then now like we're running things without even a teleprompter or people on certain cameras. We just like, we get into the rhythm and it's really cool just seeing how like we know what to do now.
Okay.
I think that my favorite part was probably the middle of the semester when we went out here and promoted AU Media and talked to people about our team and what we do and stuff like that. So it was really interesting to see people's reactions to what we're doing here and to show them some of the stuff that we've done.
Okay. All right, now Robert and AJ did the broadcasts of our sporting events.
Oh yeah.
I'm wondering if you can think back to a moment from one of your broadcasts where you kind of felt like you had clicked as broadcasters, something happened in a game where you're like, oh, this is cool, I like doing this.
The last one, the last basketball broadcast, how everything sort of came. I mean, we were in more of a rhythm, more of a communicational, conversational rhythm, and it's, I don't know, just really fun. For me, I already know I like to do it, but I don't know how it went for you.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a game because they actually are honestly like really exciting. So we had a lot of fun. I think the best moment though was when what's his name, running back.
Oh, Brandon Evans.
Brandon Evans jumped over some guy, he completely hurdled somebody, and me and Robert shaking each other, like going crazy in the booth, and we forgot that we were on
Of course, you can't
there.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What were some challenges that you felt like you encountered when in broadcasting games that you didn't really anticipate? Like some things that you kind of had to figure out as you went?
I think the actual like audio system, sort of trying to get like the sound quality,
The technical side.
all the technical side of things, and also sort of trying to mitigate the hearing loss that we're definitely going to have at the end of the year. Other than that, I feel like we have the broadcasting rhythm down. I feel like everything's down how it should be in any way.
Yeah, I think that we're pretty much on point at this point as far as talking about the game as it's happening. But yeah, the audio was an issue, so we were communicating with Dr. Neller and trying to figure that out throughout the game. So.
Okay. All right, now Chloe, you've been doing our Meet a Spartan pieces over the course of the term. I know you're also an athlete here. I don't know, do you feel like that plays a role in your ability to kind of interact with other athletes, that you can talk with them and ask questions?
Yeah, I definitely think that has a part of it because coming from like an athletic background, you know that like when you ask people about their season, like right after it ends, maybe it didn't end as well as they wanted it to, you know that like you feel for them, like you understand, you've been in their shoes. So I think that actually has a lot to do with it. And I always try to get like the best like footage I can of like really showcasing their talents, just to make sure that it's the best possible.
Okay. I don't know, what have you learned as far as in your writing? Like you've done a variety of editorials for the AU Spartan News site. So you've done a mix of kind of the opinionated pieces and the news pieces. What are some things you've learned about writing for sports over the course of the term?
I think it's best to sort of document more of the human experience. People don't want an actual analysis. Sometimes people want to see the sort of human story, see what goes into a lot of things, and you want that opinion and experience that allows for them to see that story. I think that's what I've sort of noted. I knew that before, but in writing some of those editorials, you see it even more.
Okay. All right, AJ, you've been directing almost every episode, right? Except for the one that you're on now.
Yeah, exactly.
See.
Kyle's doing a great job.
Yeah, maybe you can talk a little bit
for me.
about some things you've learned for putting a TV show together week in and week out.
I think that I learned that less is more. In the beginning, I wrote like a pretty not lengthy intro, but just like maybe like 3 or 4 like mini paragraphs. And when the host starts saying it out loud, it takes a lot longer than you expected. So condensing less is more, especially like in questioning too. You want to get the guest talking versus the host taking the show into their own hands. So I think less is more is what I learned.
Okay. All right, I'll do one last question for each of you. Maybe you can tell me something you're all looking forward to next term as we enter into the second half of your AU Spartan Media sort of internship. Some things, maybe even new things that you want to try, or just something that you want to do more of that you've already done. Let's start with Chloe.
I definitely think I'm just excited to cover different sports because for me to Spartan, it's basically I'm doing like the seasonal sports. So I'm excited to like go into the spring and be able to do like hockey, women's and men's lacrosse will be coming up, just different sports. Not even just spring, but like winter-wise when we get back from break. I just think I'm going to be really excited to not be covering the same like 3 sports for so long.
Okay. Robert?
I'm just excited to see everyone continues to grow and progress. I mean, from the beginning, how, as Chloe noted, like with our shows, how much more comfortable you can, even with the writing, with all the reporters and side stories, how much better it's gotten. I'm excited to see how much further it even goes in the second semester.
Okay.
I think I'm excited to see what new ideas we have for Spartan Spotlight because we definitely have some tricks up our sleeve that we want to bring out next semester. So I'm excited to see what we're going to throw together.
Okay. Well, thank you all for being here. I look forward to working with you guys again next term. I think you've done a great job so far. I've been really proud of the work that you guys have done so far on the sports team. I think you've really kind of gelled as a team and worked together really well. So it's been a good thing to see. Okay. All right. Well, that wraps up our first of our 2 special episodes of Spartan Spotlight for the end of this term. You can also check out our second episode where I talk to the writers for the sports team. But for now, I'll say goodbye and see you guys on the flip side.
See you on the flip side.